Miami Dolphin fans, what's going on? Mitchell Renz here. We're going to be breaking down the latest around the Miami Dolphins. They have traded for former first-round pick Isaiah Wilson. So this one just came across here. Ian Rappaport threw it out there that the Dolphins traded for the Titans' first-round pick Isaiah Wilson's with a swap of 7th-round picks. We'll give you all the details and everything you need to know regarding this move here. So Miami and Tennessee, I'll tell you what, this is a pretty interesting deal. It's a fresh start for a troubled lineman like Isaiah Wilson. His time in terms of, we'll say, finding trouble, go all the way back to his days back at Georgia. Did I personally think that he deserved a first-round pick? No, I did not. However, he is a very talented player that still needs to be able to live up to the hype. And really, when you consider the fact that you're able to go out and get this dude, it's pretty incredible, I actually think, for the Miami Dolphins here. So he played in only 3 snaps, technically 3 offensive, 1 special team snap as well. I get the fact that this is going to be one of these players where if he has his head on straight, you have him, you have Robert Hunt on the right side of this Miami Dolphins offensive line, they're going to be mauling people down. Now, you also have Tua. Are you really going to be able to trust Isaiah Wilson with Tua's blind side? That does still remain to be seen, but at 6'6", 350 pounds, he has the body, he has the stature. If he can just get his head on right, I know we talk about it a lot with a few players here, but if he can just get his head on right, I'm telling you what right now, it's going to be a very, very good trade for the Dolphins. So here, let's look at the tweet from Ian Rappaport. The Dolphins traded for Titans' first-round offensive tackle Isaiah Wilson with a swap of picks completing the deal, a fresh start for Wilson. You guys can see the timestamp down there below. So let's look at what the trade details are here. The Dolphins receive Isaiah Wilson and a 2022 7th-round pick. The Titans receive a 2021 7th-round pick. The reason why it might be hard for some of you to find all the Dolphins draft picks, this is a conditional pick, so there's still a few things that, need to be able to come in here and there, but this is a conditional 7th-round pick. One more time, the Dolphins receive Isaiah Wilson, again, a former first-round pick just a year ago, and a 2022 7th-round pick. The Tennessee Titans, they receive a 7th-round pick this upcoming season. Here's a nice little tweet graphic as well from Joe Schad. Isaiah Wilson went to the same high school as Brian Flores, so a lot of people are like, wow, I'm surprised that this deal ended up getting done. Maybe Brian Flores has a connection. Maybe Brian Flores knows somebody. But at the end of the day, one of the things that Flores has done a phenomenal job doing is getting players to buy in, to give their all. And if you can get that out of Wilson, we're going to be going back. We're going to be looking at this type of deal here, which is going to be, I do think, a pretty impressive one. The Titans, with this move, they do clear $2.63 million in cap space, and the Dolphins, they receive a $1.135 million cap hit along with Isaiah Wilson. So let's hear it here. What's your one-word reaction to the Dolphins going out and trading for Isaiah Wilson? I mean, this is a pretty awesome move ultimately, but my one-word reaction is this: bargain. It's a bargain deal. Imagine walking into a thrift store and you see a freaking, I don't want to say Rolex watch hanging there, but you see something that you got your eye on that you know can be very valuable, and then the price tag's a 7th-round pick. I mean, this is a bargain. What do you have to lose giving up a 7th-rounder? Really nothing. I mean, if it doesn't work, you're like, okay, you wipe your hands clean, you move on. A lot of times when a team goes out and drafts a 7th-round pick, you're not hoping that they can start. You're just hoping that they maybe make the team. If Isaiah Wilson can get his head on straight, he is going to be your starting right tackle for the Miami Dolphins. And one of the biggest needs for this team entering the offseason was, how can you build the offensive line? You drafted Austin Jackson in the first round last year, and now if you're able to have Wilson and potentially Robert Hunt, who I actually thought played pretty well last year, on your right side of the offensive line, it maybe gives you the ability to go out and address other players, other needs in the draft, in free agency. So, again, we're breaking it down for you guys here. Hopefully, you're staying tuned. But the Dolphins, they have traded for former first-round pick Isaiah Wilson. So let's hear it one more time here, a reaction to the Dolphins trading for Isaiah Wilson. As a reminder, they get Wilson. You give up a 2021 first-round pick, and in return, you get Wilson and a 2022 7th-round pick. All right, y'all, if you're looking for more Miami Dolphins news and rumors, we got you covered here. We're breaking it down for you every single day, so go ahead and subscribe. YouTube.com/Dolphins News. Updates every single day. If you need something on a trade, obviously we got you. Free agency, we got you covered. Draft as well. If you got any other ideas for videos, put them in the comments. We're an interactive YouTube channel for all Dolphins fans. So here's the trade. I want you to go down in the comments section right now, and I want you to let me know who won this trade. If you're like sitting here saying, oh, the Dolphins easily won it, cool. If you're going to say the Titans won it, no disrespect to you. I don't do this very often. I'm just going to simply say you're wrong. But for the Titans, this is also a move that just kind of goes to show how sick and tired they were of Wilson. I mean, imagine drafting a player in the first round, and imagine essentially throwing away millions of dollars just because you don't want to play. So now, Titans get rid of their player. The Dolphins have a high, it is still a kind of a risk type of move, but is it really a risk? I mean, you're only giving up a 7th-round pick, but there is an extremely high reward. I do have a lot of confidence in this Dolphins team, in Brian Flores, to get the most out of Wilson, and if it doesn't work out, honestly, who the heck cares? The other reason why I think this move is pretty intriguing, at least, you're still going to be able to add depth. No disrespect to Julian Davenport. Isaiah Wilson is a lot more talented than Davenport. Even though I did actually watch Davenport play in a few games, Bucknell was like 30 minutes away from my hometown. But in 2020, 9 games played, 0 sacks allowed. He's going to be a free agent. So if you don't want to bring back Julian, you don't really have to, though I actually thought in his limited games played, he did actually play pretty well with a Pro Football Focus grade of over 60. Another player, Adam Pankey here, he's also a free agent, 6'5", 313 pounds, out of West Virginia, played in 4 games. Another player that's a free agent, he's a center, it's Ted Karras. Doesn't really fully impact, we'll say, the move of Isaiah Wilson, but when you think about all the mock drafts that we've seen for this Miami Dolphins team, a lot of it was addressing the offensive line, and a lot of these moves especially was also addressing the right tackle position. Now, one of the players that I've been sitting here saying, oh, I want him, it's Penei Sewell, right? The first guy who I thought was going to go. I'll be honest with y'all, I actually do not know now if the Dolphins' plan is to go out and get Penei Sewell with the number 3 overall pick, or I actually don't even know if they're going to get somebody like a Rashawn Slater or a Christian Darrisaw if they were to fall all the way down to 18. I actually think now you can kind of see them potentially going a different direction. Now, sure, maybe they go out and they bring in a guy like, I don't know, Jalen Mayfield, or like a Liam Eichenberg, or a Tevin Jenkins in the second round, since they have 2 second-round picks at 36 and 50. But instead of you sitting here saying, okay, the offensive line is a major, major need, you can maybe sit here and say, well, we have a motivated player who ultimately wants to line up with us here, which is really all you're looking for Miami. So right before we're getting ready to wrap up this video, one more time here, Ian Rappaport, he was the one that really broke all of this down. We're just simply making the video to keep you guys updated and kind of give us our 2 cents here. So the Dolphins traded Titans first-round offensive tackle Isaiah Wilson with a swap of picks. Complementing those swap of picks was this one right here. The Dolphins, they received the Titans 2022 7th-round pick. The Titans receive a 2021 7th-round pick. So who ended up winning this bad boy here? Who won the trade? If you're going to go here with the Miami Dolphins, I want you to type MIA. If you're sitting here saying it's the Tennessee Titans, I want you to type TEN. Again, for background information, the Titans cleared $2.63 million in cap space by trading Isaiah Wilson. The Dolphins receive a $1.135 million cap hit along with Isaiah Wilson here. One more time, MIA for Dolphins, TEN for the Titans, who won the Isaiah Wilson trade.